for another video. Today's project is this wine tag. We give wine a lot as a gift, so I love to dress it up with a custom-made wine tag. For the wine tag itself, I created the file in Cricut Design Space, and I just one day cut a bunch of these out on my Cricut out of Nina 100-pound Silver White and out of craft cardstock, and I just have a whole stash of these on hand for whenever I need a wine tag. For this wine tag, I'm using this stencil and stamp set that I got at my local craft store, and to be honest, not the highest quality. The stencil is very flimsy, so I'm just having to pounce the distress ink in versus being able to rub over it like I would be able to with a higher quality, stiffer stencil. The Simon Says stamp stencil that you see to the side there that I'm going to use here in a minute is a much better quality. It's stiff, and so you can actually rub over it versus having to dab over it. Because if you dab over this thin one, it's just going to bend the stencil and it's just not going to work right. And this is the best part of doing any stenciling, is the reveal. What does it look like when you take the stencil off? And so the Twisted Citron Distress Ink just gave a very light vine look as a background for this stencil. And next I'm going to take mustard seed. And I love the little mini Distress Ink cubes because the blending foam pad just fits right in the bottom of it, so I can have a dedicated foam pad for each of my little Distress Ink pads, and it works great, and they're always where they're supposed to be. So with the mustard seed, I'm just going to take this stencil from Simon Says Stamps called Stars and Dots, and I'm just going to lightly fill in some of the areas. And I use this because of the big sentiment that I'm using on this stamp says something about shining. So I just thought these stars would go well with this. And again, this is the stamp set that came with these stencils. There were several stencils in the package and then the stamp set. And the photopolymer is not the greatest. And so this is a good trick that I saw Jennifer McGuire do. She just coated this stamp in Versamark and then rubbed it off with her finger. You can also do this with brand new stamps because even your good quality ones, in the beginning there's still some of the oils and stuff from manufacturing on them, so the first time or two they don't stamp the greatest. So if you rub it with the Versamark and then stamp it with the Versamark and then rub it off with your finger, it stamps perfect from the first time. So I just used some Simon Says Stamp Fern ink. So it's goes well with the Twisted Citron. And I'm sorry I'm a little out of the camera frame here, but I put that along the side. And then I'm going to take Coral Reef by Simon Says Stamp. And I just thought these colors just looked really pretty together. Very spring-like. We're all hoping that spring comes soon. And I'm taking the butterflies from the stamp set. There were several butterflies in there, so just using the two largest ones. And again, I'm putting the Versamark on and rubbing it off with my finger. And I'm just going to stamp the largest one down at the bottom. And then I'm just going to cascade up with the medium-sized butterfly and stamp it a couple of times on there as well. And again, seasoning it up with the Versamark and rubbing it off. And I always like to press good, but just leave it there for a couple of seconds and just let the ink, soak into the paper. And also helps you give a better image, stamped image. So there's my other little butterfly. And then this stamp set also came with this really pretty scripty love word, and so I'm going to go back to the fern ink and stamp this in the fern after I season it with the Versamark. I'm actually making this for my mother-in-law. It was her birthday, and they always look forward to my cards, and so I decided to we decided to give her a nice bottle of wine for her and her husband to enjoy, and wanted to make a gift tag for the wine that would kind of match the card that I did for her. The card had butterflies on it as well. So next I'm going to take the tea dye distress ink, and I'm just going to go around the edge of the tag just to give it you know, kind of a finished look. This is a clean and simple one layer tag, and all in all it only took me, you know, somewhere between 12 to 15 minutes to do it, and that includes dragging out all of the supplies as well. So it was a very quick project. And I think that the tea dye distress ink just really finished it off around the edge nicely. So the only other thing to do is just to add some sparkle with my Spectrum Noir clear overlay sparkle pen. And you know, everything's got to have a little bit of sparkle, especially a pretty butterfly. So just give those a little light coat over. And I'll hold it up. You can see how shimmery the butterflies are. Just beautiful. Love the look of the clear overlay sparkle pen. And that's our project for today. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate you subscribing and thumbs upping to my videos.